So today I am going to take the MBTI test, and it's pretty interesting. There's 16 different kinds. Last time I checked it, I was INFP, but I think it could be pretty interesting if you guys were to take the test as well, and then write your comments below because I'm like really curious to know like which MBTI my friends have. All right, so let's get started. So the first question is, you regularly make new friends. So it's kind of odd for me to answer this because I feel like I do make friends online easily, but outside of the whole like social media presence and persona on Twitter and other platforms, I feel like I'm a very shy, like calm, quiet, introverted person that keeps to myself a lot. So I will keep it in the agree section, but I don't think I'm gonna go all the way. I think I'm just gonna click this one. All right, so complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I will say, as a person who loves to read and who loves to write, I do prefer like complex ideas from a novel. I feel like the more extra and complicated it is, the more I like it because I feel like it's not been like overly done. So I will have to agree to that. The next question is, you usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you rather than factual arguments. Oh yeah, for sure. I am like a very emotional person. I feel like I have internal like monologues with myself every day, and I am such like a self-reflective, is that a word, person, where I will often like think really hard about how I feel. So I really do feel like I have to agree to that. Like, even if someone gives me like a straight up fact about something, if I feel like it's not correct for some weird reason, like I will always follow my intuition for things. So I will have to say agree. The next one is, your living and working spaces are clean and organized. They are. Not always, but most of the time they are. I feel like it's so funny because when I was a kid and teenager, I could spend like a lot of time in my messy bedroom. Like I could have piles of clothes everywhere in my room and I wouldn't really care about it or notice it at all. And now it's like I can't go to sleep if my room is not like at least mostly tidy. I feel like I just can't sleep well if it's not organized. The next one is, you usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I will have to agree to this just because my fiance tells me this all the freaking time. For example, during Christmas vacation, he came with me to Canada to spend some time with my family, and we had to figure out where to drop off my luggage and when we got to the airport, and it was so complicated and we had like very little time for some reason. Like I'm capable, like when someone is freaking out and panicking in front of me, I can stay calm and somehow like calm them down, and I feel like that's a quality that, is it even a quality that, or a trait that I pride myself on? So I will have to agree on that, and I've been told this by many people. So, you find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting? To be honest, yes. I know it's not something that a lot of creators will say, or maybe they do and I don't know, but I feel like as a creator, it's like the one thing that you have to do to put yourself out there. Honestly, it was the hardest part for me, I think, was to really believe in myself and my abilities, and like to confidently just put myself out there and to not have imposter syndrome. Like, to a person like me who is very introverted and who doesn't really like to be the center of attention that much, like I struggle with that idea. So I will have to say that I agree. Especially strangers, like I am just such a shy bean. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Oh my gosh, that is something I've struggled with forever. Like even when I was in school, I struggle a lot with deadlines. So I will have to say disagree on that because yeah, it is a big flaw of mine. Like I tend to get distracted a lot, so or I forget about them completely. So I'll have to say disagree. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Absolutely. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Not really, to be honest. Like, the only list that I do is sometimes I will start listing, like out of the blue, I'll start listing my favorite video game music. But apart from that, like, no, I don't really do that. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Absolutely, I am guilty of that. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up. Oh, no, disagree. I cannot do that. It is extremely uncomfortable to me. It's even worse when it's someone I do not know. So yeah, no. I usually just stay in my corner or stay with like people I'm comfortable with. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. That's not really true. Like, I mean, it depends on what it is, but I guess I'll do the middle one because it's kind of vague. Prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. No, not really. I'm really sensitive to people's feelings, actually. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Yeah. That is another flaw of mine, especially as a creator, is when, you know, you don't have like a set schedule for yourself, or if someone doesn't give me one, just kind of get distracted, and then I realize that it's already like nighttime and I'm like, oops. So yeah, it's definitely something I struggle with and something I am trying to work on. So you rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. No, I worry about that all the freaking time. It's like, it's something that I wish I had. When I see other people that really don't give a crap about what others think of them, like, I wish I had that quality so much. Like, I feel like it's so liberating, and for some reason, like, I've always cared. Like, I don't know, it's like, even if I try not to, there's always this like worry in my head. Like, I'm just like, I always worry about what people think of me. But yeah, that is also something I'm trying to work on, because I do envy people that do this, and like, I feel like it's such a good like trait to have in your personality, and I really do admire people that are like that. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Yes, I do, although I do like being alone more. Like, if I'm doing like a team-based activity with people I like, I don't mind doing it. So I guess agree. You enjoy experimenting with a new and untested approach. I mean, it depends on what it is. Sometimes I'll just be impulsive and kind of wing it if I'm doing something, but then other times, if I don't feel confident enough, I will want to have like a tested approach to it. So I guess disagree, but like, I'm kind of in the middle actually. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. I'm not completely all the way to agree, but I'm also not all the way to disagree either. I would say probably this. Does it count if I'm like always very honest, but I do it in a really soft, like kind way? I feel like I do prioritize people's feelings when I talk to them or confront them about something. Like, I hate confrontation with passion, and when it happens, like, I am usually very sensitive, and like, I wouldn't want people to just kind of not care about how I feel, and I guess I try to do to people what I want other people to do to me just because I'm sensitive. So I guess I would have to agree. I'll just pick this one. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. That is kind of true. It depends. Like, sometimes I'll have hyperfixations on things. Like, I'm not actively looking for new stuff. Sometimes it just happens. So I guess I don't actively do it, but kind of. You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Unfortunately, yes. It's like, it sucks because I don't want to be like a negative person, but I also don't want to be super confident and positive about things and then be disappointed. So it's like, I always keep something in the back of my mind that to like prepare me for it. It's not necessarily worrying. It's just always being prepared, I guess. But I guess it is worrying in a way. So I will pick agree. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. Yes. I love being alone. I think it's how I gain the most energy, or like, it's how I recharge is by being alone. Like, I am a very quiet person. I would say like my nighttime routine like is very, very low key. Like I love reading, I like writing, like I'm very much of a super quiet person. Like I'm not a party girl. Yeah, I just enjoy being alone. Like this is how I recharge, and I don't mind my own company at all. So, yep. Although I do like hanging out with my friends, but not all the time. Like my friends know this. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. I disagree with that. I actually have been writing novels since I'm like 10 years old, like not even kidding. Like I would be on my dad's computer, it was like a Windows 94, and I would literally write stories. I was very, very young when I started writing, and I still write up to this day. So yeah, it's definitely something I would like to do one day, is to publish a book or novel. So hopefully it will happen in the future. We'll see. Next question is, you favor efficiency in decisions even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects? No, I will always take my emotions and other people's emotions into consideration, always. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax? I used to be all the way like to the end of disagree, but I feel like nowadays, especially like this year, I've started doing the stuff I really have to do before allowing myself to relax. So I will say yes. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. It depends. I mean, I do both, honestly. But I do write it in a way that makes it so that the other person is not hurt by what I say. So I will have to say disagree. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Yes, you will never catch me going up to a random person and being like, yo, what's up? Like, I saw you over there. Like, what's your name? Like, I don't do that. Like, if you want to be my friend, you have to come up to me first. Like, in real life, it's like, I typically get along with, extroverted people the most, I feel, just because they make me feel comfortable, and then I become more talkative. But it's like it takes time for me to get to that point. If someone is just as shy as me, it's just like super awkward. So I would rather somebody else approaches me and starts a conversation. Your mood can change very quickly. That is true. You are not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Oh my goodness, no. This is like my worst like nightmare. Like I hate confrontation or like heated arguments. It's like I avoid it so much, and that is also like a flaw that I have. But yeah, I would say I am pretty easily swayed, so disagree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. That is true. I'm kind of ashamed of this. Oh my god, this test is like exposing me so much. Okay, it's true though. I will be honest. It's true. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. No, ew. No shade to people who do that. Like, good for you. That's not really my thing at all. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I do like theories. I mean, I'm a huge like conspiracy theory fan. Like I will watch YouTube videos and conspiracy theories like for hours on end. Like I really love that. So when facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Yes, agree. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Yep, that is something I've always struggled with. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. No. Always rethink them over and over. There is no one on this planet that overthinks more than I do. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. It really depends. Like this is kind of like it's vague, because like I really have my good days where I'll be with people I'm comfortable with and I'll be super excited and hyper and loud, and then there's like other times where I'll be super quiet. So I guess I will put like the middle, because I kind of both, to be honest. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Absolutely. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Disagree. You like to have a to-do list for each day. No. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. You avoid making phone calls. Oh my god. Yes, agree. That is like the bane of my existence. Literally. Like, I will avoid it with everything in me. So, you enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. I guess it's not that I enjoy exploring it, but like I will listen to people if they tell me, but I guess agree. You easily connect with people you have just met. I will have to pick the middle for that because it really, really depends. Like sometimes once in a blue moon, like I'll meet someone and then they will make me feel so comfortable and I will instantly feel like I can be myself around them. But that happens like very rarely. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. It depends, but I guess if they are interrupted for something, then I kind of forget about it, to be honest. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. No, I love theories like that. I could have discussions like this with people for hours. Like, seriously, I love theories about the future, about like space, about the ocean, like anything like that. I just love it. Like, I could talk about it for forever. Your emotions control you more than you control them. That is kind of true. I am a little bit of a crybaby, I will admit. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel. Oh my god, yes. I almost always take decisions based on other people, and I forget myself. That is like something my mother always tells me. Like, it's so true. Like, I always think about my friends, like my boyfriend. Like, rarely will I think about myself only when making decisions. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organized and consistent efforts. That is true. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yeah, that comes with a lot of I think low self-confidence and growing up as a bullied person in high school and having people telling you that you can't do things. I think you grow thinking that as an adult, and then it just kind of never really leaves you, and it's something that takes a lot of time to grow out of, because it is like a automatic thing for me, just because when I value somebody, I also value their opinions of me. So yeah, absolutely. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes, 100%. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Not really. I mean, I don't think it's a waste of time. Not that I do it that much, but I don't think it's a waste of time. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. No, I love quiet places. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Yes. You often feel overwhelmed. Agree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. No, sometimes I forget. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Not really. Sometimes I will, but you are more likely to rely on emotional intuition. Yeah, I have a very strong intuition. I think it's one of my most heightened strengths about me. I am a very intuitive person. I know how a person feels just by talking to them. I pick up energy so fast, and I'm very intuitive. Sometimes I feel like I know things before they happen. It's very weird. You struggle with deadlines. Yes. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I guess, yeah. See results? Okay. Of course, INFP. It still hasn't changed. For those who know me, I'm a very emotional person, and I'm I'm emotional, but I'm also like intuitive, and I'm such like a softie. Like I really try to find, you know, beauty in the small things, and I do appreciate nature and animals a lot. I just like wholesome things. Imagination, empathy, and idealism. Your compassionate nature and deep-seated desire to understand the human experience makes you a natural, confident, and source of support for those around you. Aww. Personality traits. 81% introverted. Yeah, that sounds like me. Nurturing nature, imaginative spirit. See, like, I've always kind of wanted to write a book or like be a singer or do something with arts. Like, I'm a very artsy person, like not drawing wise, but I just like, I find it easy to express myself via art, like singing or, you know, writing or making music. Creative vision, prioritizing your values. Absolutely. Adaptability, that is true. Building team harmony. Perfectionist tendencies. Yes. I think this is one of the reasons why like I don't put out as much content as I could, just because as soon as I finish, especially with singing, like as soon as I make a cover or something, I listen to it and I'm never satisfied. It's like my friends always tell me like you should just post it and like don't listen to it. You know, just post it and leave it there. And honestly, that's really good advice, because the second I start pinpointing what's wrong with it, like I will just feel like I'm not good enough and I can't post it. Avoiding conflict. There you go. I said it earlier. That's like my worst fear. Self-aware, growth-oriented, authentic, emotional intelligence. Aww. Self-doubt. Procrastination. Emotional sensitivity. Perfectionism. Wow, I feel called out right now. This is crazy. Like, it really tells you who you are as a person. I feel like it's so freaking accurate too. It's so weird, like, to read about this. It really feels like somebody knows me through and through. It's like so strange. So if you guys want to take the test, I will link it below. But yeah, soft cinnamon roll, INFP it is. And if you want to share your results with me, I would really love that. Just to see if we are like compatible and whatnot, just for fun, you know. So yeah, thank you for watching, whoever watched this, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.